Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Blind White Podcast. We're live every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yes, and I'm downloading Arceus.
Oh, are you?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta do that.
Starting its
Thought
download.
it came out tomorrow.
It does,
It's
but
pre-installation.
yeah,
so.
I can pre-install it.
Even the Switch does that now?
Yes, Rick, everything
Man,
does that
Nintendo's
now.
in the future.
Nintendo.
Everything.
I thought you were one of the major proponents of Nintendo being ahead of its time and shit.
In some ways.
In some way.
Okay.
Nintendo's really good. Graphically, maybe not, but lots of times their peripherals and stuff. Sometimes they're ahead of their time.
Yep. Power Glove.
Power Glove,
A little too soon.
the Virtual Boy. Whew. I mean, wasn't great, but VR is the thing that's being pushed more and more, and they were one of the earlier ones.
I hope Oculus is paying royalties.
Oh man. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
What, Eric?
Nothing.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm good. How you
Okay.
doing?
I'm good.
How was
I've had
your
a-
week?
It's been a busy week.
You've been having a crazy week,
There's
haven't
been
you?
a lot of stuff going on this week. No,
Yeah, what's been going on with you?
well, I beat Pokemon Brilliant Diamond.
Okay.
well,
that's your Pokemon.
the main
news.
thing.
This is
The-
your Pokemon news, and you'll have not Pokemon news.
Well, I have a lot of Pokemon news. There's a lot of different Pokemon
As you
news.
install Pokemon.
As I install Pokemon Legend
Yes.
Arceus. No, so I beat Brilliant Diamond, which is really fun. It was tough. I did the main game. I didn't do any of the post game stuff. I also went through, and Jancy had tried the Elite Four and Champion to beat it once and didn't make it through, and then told me, he's like, hey, if you want to, you can try it. And I was like, all right. So she was like, you use the team I have and the moves I have, and you can use the money in the game if you need to buy stuff. You can use healing items and all that stuff, but don't change out a bunch of things, you know? So I'm like, okay, let me just see what you got, and I'll see what I can do. So I went through and did that with hers too, and that was fun. But no, I also me and my family have launched our own YouTube channel based on Pokemon called Pokemality, and it had its first videos that have gone up for this year or this week. I mean,
pretty cool, huh?
tomorrow with Arceus coming out, we should also be having. We actually got past a 15-minute thing, so that we can have longer videos now.
Yay!
So I should have an entire all of our celebrations boosters, which was us diving into our celebration collection, should be going up tomorrow as its own video, which is going to be, I don't know. I've edited most of it already, and it was already 20 minutes or something. I don't know. So it's fairly long, but it was 44 booster packs.
Yeah.
So
it was funny whenever you said oh yeah, man, we can't upload more than 15 minutes. I was like, holy shit, yeah, that used to be a thing.
there was that.
So long ago.
No custom thumbnails. There's no community tab.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of limitations. I'm like, I can't wait to beat all of this stuff. So eventually, it's been slowly growing. Some people have joined in and stuff like that. So if you like Pokemon and stuff and you want to check it out, it's called Pokemality. You can find it on YouTube. And we unlocked our custom URL too. Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, I just saw that. Pong posted the link in chat, and I was like, Pokemality.
Yeah, as opposed to youtube.com/8B76,
all that
some stuff.
hex key bullshit.
So, no, that's been fun. We've been doing Pokemon cards. Me and Melanie decided back during Christmas we wanted to start doing collecting, which I think I mentioned here before too. Yeah. So we started buying different card things and looking around here and looking online and trying to find stuff. So we've bought some different stuff, but we also made a little set. Melanie made a table and stuff, which I posted on the Pokemality's Instagram, but in the videos you can kind of see it a little bit, but it's a circle table and it's in the shape of a Pokeball.
Gotcha.
And it's red on one half, white on the other half and everything, and it's really cool. She did a really good job with that.
Does Calvin get any kind of credit or stake in it for coming up with the name?
No.
Oh, okay. Because
we were talking about it before,
name stuff, and Calvin, I think, just said Pokemality, and we all kind of looked at each other like, I think that's it.
Yeah, when we were talking about stuff, we're like Pokemania, and I don't know what all was mentioned. I forget now, but yeah, Pokemality, and I was like, Pokemality could work. It plays off the Animality stuff from Mortal Kombat. Yeah. We also looked up about Animality, was the study of animals and why they act like animals and how they socialize and stuff like that. And I was
their natural habitat,
yeah.
especially.
So I thought that was kind of fun and neat. So
yeah.
But yeah, so we went with that. It's been fun collecting. One of my goals on that is I want to collect all the Bulbasaur cards. Like I'm not necessarily looking for every card right now. Like I'm like picking sets and stuff to start trying to collect, but I want to get every Bulbasaur card that has been printed in English. So I'm gonna try to do that. I have one type right now, I think, of Bulbasaur cards, but
Gotcha.
there's like 25 or so of them that I've seen.
25.
So that's one of my goals there too.
And
That's an
not
achievable
including
number,
Japanese?
I think.
No, not including the Japanese.
Just English.
Because there's Japanese. There's ones like in German and stuff too. And I was like, let me just focus on like English ones. That's gonna be hard enough, I think.
What would Pikachu be?
I don't know.
Shonkamouth!
I don't think it's just some English word in a German accent or something.
I know.
But no, I've been working on that with Melanie, so that one's been busy. Also on Monday, after finishing Brilliant Diamond, I probably wrapped that up around 10. We had some snow, and before stream, when Rick had left, he was like, "Aaron, the roads are pretty rough. If you can't make it home, but let me know. I can take you home or something like that." And I was like, Rick's just gonna be lost forever if he takes me home.
Yeah, right.
He went to my house like in normal weather, got lost. So
That's quite the story, also.
yeah, we can get to that one here in a little bit maybe, but my truck doesn't have front wheel drive; it just has rear wheel drive, and there's not a lot of weight in the back because it's just a truck.
It's just a short bed pickup.
So it doesn't necessarily do great in snowy, icy weather, and it was not the greatest weather. So I actually slept here on Monday night and just like ordered Taco Bell from DoorDash, and I was like, all right, I'll just eat this and lay down and sleep here. So I didn't see any ghosts or anything. Everything seemed good, but I was the first one here on Tuesday morning. I even beat Jancy, which doesn't happen too often.
No,
Barely.
Like she came in, I was like cooking breakfast or something like that. So
the Baba said that you're lying about the ghosts.
no, I did not.
Is it
see
notable that you didn't see ghosts? Wouldn't it be notable if you did? I'd assume that you didn't see ghosts.
I don't know.
But you say it like I didn't even see any ghosts.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
This time,
people keep talking about around here like, oh, this place is haunted and there's ghosts and there's this and that, and I'm like, I feel like I would have seen something.
Got
This building is in a book that's
Wow.
in our local Walmart about haunted buildings in Marietta.
Haunted
To be fair,
Marietta.
you were on the wrong floor.
That's true.
Was I? Well, Calvin used to sleep
Yeah.
on the other floor.
No,
Calvin,
the-
did you ever
the
see a ghost?
Is bound
I saw all kinds
to
of shit up there.
You saw all kinds of shit.
Yeah, ghosts
Oh,
don't
yeah.
take steps.
Calvin can sleep through anything.
Well, like what kind of shit? Like books flying off the shelves and
I mean, most of them
bacon.
were just like my shelves collapsing.
Well, that could just be the books and the crappy shelves
Yeah.
you had.
Shitty bookshelves. I saw shit.
There's all kinds of shit. He said. So yeah, no, I didn't see anything else.
Gotcha.
It was all good. Otherwise, throughout the week, yeah, I don't know. I think it's most of it's just been like, I come here, I filmed at home, doing Pokemon. I spent a lot of time playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond because I didn't get to stream last Monday.
Yeah.
And I was trying to prepare my team. And I ended up just making almost like a whole new team than what I initially had been leveling up with. So, for me, it's been a lot of Pokemon this last like 1 or 2 weeks.
Sure.
Is there more Pokemon news?
I'll be playing Arceus
or-
tomorrow. Myself.
Is there?
Not on
Or
stream.
do they need to watch for that news elsewhere?
Man, am I forgetting something? Oh, that's right. I was thinking about not. I was thinking me, but I can share the Pokemon love. I forgot.
I'm so happy for this news.
I mentioned on Monday about some things, but this Friday we are playing Mario Party Superstars,
We are?
which is going to be a lot of fun. And
Yeah,
I really.
you mean tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I haven't played Mario Party in a while, so
I'll have quite fun with that.
really excited to play some
What
Mario
about
Party
next
and stuff.
Friday?
But February 4th, next Friday, we'll be starting our Pokemon randomizer through the Johto region.
Yeah, cha-cha!
So we'll be going through Heart Gold and Soul Silver in a randomized fashion.
Yep.
Another remake. Yes, I think so. I haven't looked at the ROMs.
Yeah.
Now I'm a little worried
Are you?
because
I will be too.
the ROMs I was
How are you?
given
Oh,
specify names.
They do.
Eric,
Okay.
Calvin,
Yeah.
Rick, and Aaron.
Last time we had seeds that we could pick.
Yes, they were randomly made, and we just picked one.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was fair enough of like, well, we just
Yeah.
picked one, so you get what
Sure.
you get. I'm worried of what
Pong says no heart gold, just soul silver.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it
It's
also
Heart
doesn't
Gold and Soul
matter.
Silver. The only difference between those games
Are the Pokemon?
are the Pokemon you
Yeah.
get, and it's all randomized. But it's Heart
Yeah.
Gold, Soul Silver. So the it being specified for me worries me a bit.
It worries you
because I don't
he's
know.
Going to
I don't
curse
know.
you or bless you.
I don't know
Aaron.
what. I don't know. Both could be bad because I got blamed so much last time for catching all these legendaries and stuff. And Aaron's going to cheat. I'm not going to cheat. I didn't cheat last time. I just caught what I caught.
Man, with all the cheating you did, it must feel real bad that I am the current reigning randomizer champion.
No, I catered to the audience of what they want, and they wanted to see what the legendary birds were, and I went to go do them.
And
when I was ahead of you by far.
Yeah, sure.
Far.
Were you?
I was.
For 2 streams.
Huh? Like,
then
I could have gone to the Elite Four while you still had a gym leader to beat.
Nah, I won.
And instead, I went to go see what Moltres was, which was a journey.
Sure.
And you didn't go on that journey.
No, I chose to win.
You went to the Elite Four.
To come in second.
So,
and that's not just likely. I mean, we could, but likely not just next Friday, but
it will be an
every
ongoing
Friday
thing.
Forever.
Which it's not too often that we have an ongoing Friday stream being the same thing, but that will be a little bit of a while of us going through the Pokemon Randomizer. Now, the I guess I can say what the notes are a little bit for it that I've been given. I'll also probably say this on the Friday too, but all the Pokemon in the wild are randomized and will be different for each one of our playthroughs. So on Route 1, I will get different Pokemon than Eric, than Calvin, than Rick.
It will all be random, as will the items, right?
Each starter will be randomized as well. The trainers, the gyms, and all major battles are random, but they'll be the same for all the crew.
Gotcha.
So when we get to the first gym leader, it's going to have the same team for all of us, and it's supposed to help balance it. So, like, if I get there first, maybe Rick, who's behind, may get some knowledge of what's coming to be ready to prepare for it and stuff.
And that's only the gym leaders, not
it's
trainers, or
it's major battles, gyms, and it says trainers.
Okay.
So, I don't know if we'll get some Celebies in there or what, but this is just the notes I have on what we're going to be playing through.
Sure.
The items in the overworld are random, but they are not going to be crappy mail and stuff that's useless.
I had so much shit that I was like, well, this is nothing. This is nothing.
Eric kept getting, what do you mean shit? You had 3 Master Balls.
Well, yeah, but I also had 50 pretty mail.
I'm sitting over here with nothing but mail.
You got mail.
The evolutions are going to be changed so that if there's a trade evolution that's required, it's going to be moved to being more of like a stone, like using a Thunderstone, or having to just level it up further or something like that. And then apparently there's some other changes and stuff too that we'll find on stream and whatnot. But those are the main notes that I have of things that are going to be coming.
It's going to be fun. You don't want to miss it. That's next Friday. It's going to be fun tomorrow.
February 4th. Tomorrow's Mario Party. We haven't played Mario Party in a while.
We haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
You've notoriously
Eric always cheats in that game.
Fucked me that one time.
This Mario Party is like the greatest hits of Mario Party.
Greatest hits.
With some of the best mini games and maps from games gone by.
So we're going to have a crazy day tomorrow, and then we're going to start our journey. Calvin, I know you and Rick are especially excited for this Pokemon journey we're going on.
So far.
So not that you could tell, but much like Red and Blue, I played Gold and Silver back in the day.
Oh.
Enough that I caught every Pokemon between all of them.
Nice, okay.
But have retained nothing as to where
Retained nothing.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, man, maybe like for Gen 3, if we ever get to that one, maybe we should do that randomized location one.
Oh.
Because for me and Eric, it might make a difference, but Cal and Rick won't have an idea. It'd just be normal.
Yeah.
So we'll be like, what the hell? Where do we go? And then there's like
except if there's road signs that tell us where we need to go, and we just go somewhere else.
The map is useless.
Hopefully we don't run into last time in the Ghost Tower. Where there was just no walls.
Sure. I haven't heard of any issues like that.
But Rick, you literally got lost in a tunnel.
It's true.
I don't see how the two correlate.
I'm just saying, like, you're like, well, this could be difficult, and it, you know.
But no,
like the map doesn't work.
Pong has been. I've been chatting with Pong a little bit. He did our first ones too. He did these ones, and he's been working on them for some time now. So I was clarifying, wanting to make sure. I'm like, hey, could we have this ready by like beginning of February? And then he just got them to me like this past week, and we should be all ready to go. So if you guys are excited to see that and you want to see it live, and especially if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you go follow us over on Twitch. And then it will. I'm sure we'll have highlights over on YouTube, And we'll also be having the VODs over on the official Twitch archive. Just make sure you subscribe on those and everything too. And check out Pokemality. You'll subscribe there if you want to. And there's going to be more Pokemon stuff there.
Jake already has.
But I think we're going to be doing cards for sure. Probably some game stuff. I might actually get a chance to do my like Pokemon challenge things I want to do. And then I'll be able to do more blind stuff here on the channel and playing through other stuff. So should be fun. But no, I'm excited for the randomizer. I know maybe Rick and Calvin, maybe not as much, but it was fun last time, and I loved the chaos that ensued from all 4 of our playthroughs.
Harry's talking about winning, but I defeated Celebi. Therefore, I am the winner.
You did, but she also...
I should also say, like, I played Pokemon Red and Blue, the first gen. I've played it 5 times. I've played Gold once when it came out. And no, I played Silver once when it came out, and then Heart Gold when it came out.
Really?
So I don't really remember like the route or what's going on. Calvin, when we played the randomizer last time, you had already played that first gen once with Aaron, but you've never played Gen 2, right?
No.
So this is going to be a blind playthrough for Calvin.
So fair.
And
I mean,
random.
Calvin, you should go play Heart Gold, Soul Silver, one of those two. Just start playing it, just to get an idea of it. That way you have an idea.
that's not going to help.
It could.
I'm not going to be able to retain that much knowledge that's actually going to be that useful to me.
Yeah, you could.
Am I allowed to bring in a Prima strategy guide?
Sure.
Ooh, Prima.
I mean, with it being randomized, it won't help as much, but sure, Rick. You can do that. It'll help tell you where to go. But, no, I'm excited for that. I think it'll be fun. A lot of chaos. I suppose it'll still be a pseudo race kind of thing, just seeing like how it goes and who struggles where and how far everyone gets. But I'm excited for that one.
The real winners are the viewers.
Yes.
They say.
Yes. But yeah, I think that's most of my Pokemon news. It's all Pokemon.
Yeah.
Except for sleeping here in the snow and eating Taco Bell. But that was also because I stayed here to play Pokemon, because I didn't want to not beat the game, because I wanted to finish at least the champion so I can play Arceus this next Monday. So I'll be starting that up here on the channel Monday. So that'll be live at by 6 p.m. Eastern time. I should be playing that.
Well, I also beat my game
Oh, yeah?
Saturday, Ghost of Tsushima DLC, which was absolutely incredible. Very recommended, the director's cut.
Yes.
Very emotional. The story was just as good, if not better, than the main game.
Yes.
Gameplay was largely the same, but a few other twists in there, a few new enemy types, which mixed things up, and a few new side quests as well, which really mixed things up quite a bit. So, absolutely enjoyed that. But this Saturday, I am going to be starting for the first time, despite owning it forever, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
Ooh.
Eric, I felt like you were building. I'm like,
I was hyping it up. I'm being
Couldn't
hyped, man.
inhale
Yeah.
anymore.
Exclusive to the PSP. It is a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. And I feel like it's going to be somewhat necessary to know that story coming into part 2 of the remake.
Gotcha.
So I want to beat it before then, and why not do it on stream so other people can experience it as well and get caught up for whenever part 2 comes out.
Just whenever.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Whenever.
Why not?
Anytime.
But yeah, I'm really
Good.
excited. It's got a weird combat mechanic. It's a little closer to like Kingdom Hearts than it is a Final Fantasy VII, from what I understand.
Okay.
Like I read reviews and stuff back in the day, but
Kingdom Hearts good.
but it's got voice acting and all that stuff, which 7 did not back then. It does now. So I won't have to read everything. I hope it's all voice acted anyway. We'll see. But it should be a good time. It's not too long as far as RPGs are concerned. I think it's like 15 hours, maybe.
That's not too bad.
So
Oh, yeah. That's
we're
short.
talking like 4-ish streams, maybe. But I'm excited.
Well, very good.
Cool. I'm happy for you that you enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima DLC.
Very good. The last boss fight was a challenge,
Yeah?
but it was doable. Although not as hard as that one arena fight,
Oh, that one arena fight.
which was real bad.
Is there a really hard arena fight in there?
Yeah.
It wasn't even the last arena fight either. Like in Kingdom Hearts, the
Wasn't it
last
just the
arena
second
fight
one?
is really hard, but it's the last one.
Sure.
The one I'm thinking of is the last one, right? of the Final Fantasy character that you have to fight?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
There's like a few bonus ones in there.
Yeah.
I think that I mean that one is the last one, I suppose. Yeah.
But this one's just
it's
one in the
of those.
middle.
It's one of those secret battle kind of things.
Sure.
And then 2, you can secret battle him again.
Oh yeah. I still haven't played. I need to play that at some point.
They're really good. This is gonna be what is it? Is it the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts this year? I think.
Billy would know.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the 20th anniversary, or something. Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary is April 10th.
Nice.
So.
C-Gage Mini is hyping me up. Crisis Core changed me as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Excited to check it out. I'm sad it's only available on the PSP, and not a lot of people got to check it out.
Yeah, I think I had that, and I think I started it.
Yeah.
Finally ever played all the way through, because I also hadn't played Final Fantasy 7. Well, I guess I played some of it, but I didn't beat it.
I don't know why I never started it. At a certain point, my PSP just became a Hot Shots golf machine. Because that's all I played.
See, the difficulty that I have in Mass Effect, 'cause I'm playing Mass Effect 3 right now, every Wednesday.
Yeah, and you just beat
There's
that
no
last week, right?
difficulty. and it's not difficult in terms of playing the game. I don't get to a fight where I feel like I can't handle anything.
No.
But I literally get to a screen where I have to choose this or this. And I can't decide. And I think about it all week, like sometimes. Like last week, I stopped in a spot where I'm like, okay, this has been something that all 3 games has been asking me to weigh in on. And now I feel the real choice. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And the whole week I was thinking about it, you know? And I handle stuff like that, but like the difficulty is just like sitting there and it's asking you. Like, hey, we have all the problems, and you must decide them. And I'm like, oh,
We have
and
all
that's
the
difficult.
problems.
And then later in my stream last night, which I should say, I want to thank everybody that was there last night because we all came together and worked hard, and we hit 65,000 followers on Twitch last night on stream. So thanks everybody that was able to get that done. Next goal is 69,000 followers, so we're gonna try to get that very soon.
69,420.
Yes. So if you're watching and not following, you can help us get that
power
mighty
number.
goal.
It is.
You can help us get that mighty goal now if you start. But yeah, then later in that stream, Mass Effect is just a series of complicated emotions where I met a character that I haven't met in the entire, for a whole game. And I'm like, oh, damn, yes. And then I'm suddenly confronted with the choice I made in the first game that I was like, I don't know if I made the right choice. So I doubled down on that choice. Like, no, I'm making this choice. And because I made that choice, the character from the second game that I really love, was dying. I was like, no. And I watched it, and I sat there, and on that couch over there, and I cried, and I wept. But because I did something in that second game, he came back out. He's covered in blood. I was like, ah! Like all these feelings and it feels so personal to you, the player, because it can be completely different, Sure. Which chat loves to tell me how different it can be sometimes. But those feelings are difficult. That's my difficulty setting.
Got to play The Witcher after this.
I want to.
It's also very good at that.
That's going to be the fight afterwards. Is Rick trying to get Eric to play Witcher?
You play Witcher, why play Mass Effect?
Yeah, exactly.
And I love my chat too because in the first game there's a quote about holding the line. And now, anytime something is about to happen that could be a spoiler or people will start trying to give advice, my entire chat just says, hold the line! And then just go, nice. They're great. So make sure you guys are coming here every Wednesday if you want to join in on that.
So do they spam it out of the way?
They spam hold the line.
Let go!
Yeah. We will hold
there's a bunch
the
of hold the
line.
lines in the chat right now.
Yeah. And then last night they were follow the line because they were trying to get everybody to follow. We hit 65.
Nice.
Oh, okay. That's follow the line. I see.
Yep.
Like sand people.
I was actually asking Rick this last week because I was like, what are some other... Because I love playing these type of games where you can be invested, and it's been 3 games now.
Sure.
And all that. But my next game might be something shorter, you know? But then I have okay, what's going to be my next big game? Will it be Witcher? I asked about Final Fantasy VII. I've never played. I know not much about it other than what Smash tells me. But do I play the original? Do I play the new one? As someone that has never played, is that a special thing to be able to play the new one.
Sure.
But then it's not complete. Do I wait for it to be complete, and who knows how long that will be?
I mean, for me, if I'm recommending it and you want the best experience, and I have not followed this,
Yeah.
but Crisis Core first, because
Sure.
things in 7 are going to spoil what's in Crisis Core.
Yeah.
Like, there's stuff that I know that happens in Crisis
Mhm.
Core. And then I would still play the original, because God knows when you're going to be able to actually finish.
God knows.
Like, I think he would like the remake better.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. How long until you get the entire story?
Mm-hmm.
And like, is it gonna be like 3, 4 games that they're splitting into? You know, like
I think it would have to be at least 3.
like it's not gonna be 2, right?
I can't imagine it would be.
So I don't know. Like
Yeah,
and it's been so long in between 1
Well,
and 2.
especially since
and
they stretched out this first one way longer than
Sure.
it is in the original.
I think there's probably some fun stuff in there and some new things and lots of I don't know. You can get it sooner if you do the original, but I think you would enjoy the remake more. That makes sense.
Gotcha.
Just because of the graphical updates
I mean, there's
and
stuff-
the things they do, and
You know, I like the materia system in both of them, but maybe the original more. I mean, it's hard to know how much of it is nostalgia. And, like, I lived that game for a number of years. So, like, I know it like the back of my hand. Whereas the remake, I've only played once. Like, I think there is some story stuff that's done better in the original, but there's some story stuff that's done better in the remake, too. So it's hard. Like, they're just such different experiences, but which one should be your first?
Yeah.
sure. I, get
I
you.
think the original, but others might disagree.
Maybe. Or do I just play Andromeda?
Could do that.
Sure. It's
Or
fun.
Dragon Age.
I don't know
Or
how many
Dragon
games.
Age, or Witcher, or
How many games are there where there's like various games that all are based on the choices you made in the first game to carry to the second, to carry to the third, like especially the bigger ones. Like Mass Effect's the one I really think about, but like
Sure.
KOTOR is a game that like your choices can affect stuff, and then there's games like Detroit Become Human but it's not usually like I feel like that's usually a game.
Yeah.
It's not
Sure.
usual like here's a game and then you make sure your save file goes over so you can do the next one.
Well, like, do you count episodic games like Life is Strange or the Telltale games?
No, because I feel like that's just like that's meant to be one game kind of in a way, you know? Like
Sure.
it's
one
just
episode is like, an hour or two, and you
Yeah.
put them all together, you get a full game, you know?
it's just so interesting when people would tell me, "Oh, this could have been the alternative." I'm like, "Wait, so this character could have died in the first game, but he's so integral to
Sure.
2 and 3.
Like what the heck happens then, you know?
What's
like yeah.
the vacuum that's filled?"
Yeah.
you know,
Like BioWare just does some really cool stuff
They're
with
really,
that kind of stuff.
Really
like
good about it, and it's all in the writing.
like they start with KOTOR with that.
Yeah.
What was the newer they had Mass Effect and then they had Dragon Age.
Mhm.
I didn't play all of Dragon Age, but I think they have some elements of that,
There's
Yeah.
some.
you know?
Yeah.
Um
Some Peter Molyneux games have done it. Black and White and Fable
Black and White and Fable.
have had some carryover stuff, I believe.
And then but then I think you get into like the Life is Strange episodic, the Telltale or whatever it is, and those ones might have more of a carryover.
Yeah, like in Metal Gear Solid, there's choices you can make, but the second game assumes one of those choices.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that's what a lot of games do. Like they might give you different options that could happen.
Yeah.
But one is like the canon option, and then that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. I just think that idea would be fun in more things. I don't
Even
think
The
there's-
Witcher doesn't do that.
really.
Yeah, I don't think it does anyway. Like I think I brought in my character for some reason. Man, now I'm trying to remember. Like I played 3 for such a long time.
One
Like
of
it-
my favorites.
Like that's one of the reasons I want to play Mass Effect, because I don't know of too many games where like for a trilogy,
Yeah.
the choices you make in the first one can continue on to the third one, and they can change things up so much. Whereas like I understand that playing like Detroit Become Human because that's the way the game was made. But to like, all right, here's one game, then you play the next one, and everything you made, and it could be so different in the first game, but that still continues over into the next one. It isn't as typical, I suppose,
Yeah.
And it's really cool to have those kind of elements. So at some point, I want to play Mass Effect. But
Yeah.
Remember, it was like so important to the experience that I can't remember if it switched platforms or whatever, but there was a reason that they needed to make a website where you could rebuild your save file if it was lost
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
or like something happened. So like you
Yeah.
could go through and make all of your choices.
Mass Effect has a thing like that. Because, I mean, if you make the wrong decisions in 2, you can just straight up die. And you can't play Mass Effect 3 with that character. You can play Mass Effect 3, but you have to go in and set, a certain amount of variables. But the variables that you can pick are nothing compared to, like, there's like 10,000 variables.
Yeah.
You can do random side quests, and you can choose to either let this person live or die, and that will depend if they show up in 3 just as a background there, So I don't know if you can really choose all of them with Mass Effect, but yeah, decent, all the big ones at least.
I didn't realize Dragon Age went in all the way to Inquisition like that, so that's cool. Like, they let you import every choice in the first
cool.
2 games for the world state, and I was like, well, that's really cool then. That was when I've played through some of it. Melanie played a lot more of it, but she played, I think, the first 2 and not Inquisition, I think. But
I played those 3. I don't think I got any further than that.
what would be interesting is like playing through Mass Effect, and like say you play through Mass Effect and you do die at the end of Mass Effect 2, and you're like, all right, well, guess I'm starting over. And then you start over and you change up the way your decisions are. Like, it's gonna be different, and now you gotta make different choices probably based on that. And now you go into Mass Effect 2 and it's so different again probably, and then you're going through more. Like, that would be an interesting thing
I always
too.
thought it would be really cool if a game set in the I probably talked about this before, but a game set in the Harry Potter universe where you get to create your character and roll that character for the first game, and that's year 1.
And hope it's a wizard.
Well, sure, yeah. If you just roll a Muggle and you don't get the letter, I guess.
Game
you gotta start
over.
But I love the idea of you get your wand, you get your animal, you get your house, and you make those choices in year 1, and then in game 2, you just import that character, and that's year 2, and then you can go up to year 7. Do some kind of overarching story. Yes, but I love the idea of being able to import a character in. The replayability alone would be awesome, but that's also so much work being put into what ultimately won't be in, let's say 3/4 of your player base's, playthroughs.
Sure.
Or not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but
I always thought that would be cool.
But then it contributes to the idea of replayability,
Yeah,
like getting to
definitely.
play again, and then what do you have
Like,
happen?
what if I
and
was
what's the-
Slytherin and made this choice?
What kind of choices can you
I'm
do?
going to be a
and-
good Slytherin. I'm going to be a bad Slytherin. I'm going to be a productive Hufflepuff. I'm going to be a normal Hufflepuff,
Yeah, and it wouldn't necessarily be about it being like a big open world necessarily.
No, yeah.
Like, it would
It'd just
be about
Hogwarts,
it'd be
pretty
more about
much.
the choices and stuff you make and what
Yeah.
you want to do. But you'd just be Hogwarts and the
I
surrounding
would
area.
open world Hogwarts grounds, Hogsmeade, and then every once in a while you can go off to different
You go to Hagrid's
the
hut, you
ministry
go into
or-
the
yeah. And then just have your kind of overarching story that, maybe 7 games is too much, but it just makes sense, right?
Sure.
Are
I
you
always thought that would be fun.
slandering Hufflepuffs?
I did.
Okay.
The history of importing saves is kind of interesting.
Productive Hufflepuff. I want to be a normal Hufflepuff. There's like different options.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Rick?
The importing of saves from games is has like a fascinating history. Like, it goes way back to like 1982 with Wizardry 2. Like, it expected you to do it so much there wasn't even a character creator in Wizardry 2.
Yeah.
Like, you had to bring in your character from Wizardry 1 in order to play the game.
That's neat.
Bard's Tale 2, you could bring in from Bard's Tale, but you could also bring in from other games, like Ultima 3 and Wizardry,
That's interesting.
Interesting.
which I thought was interesting.
It'd be a fun thing to make like various games, and they're like different genres and stuff, but they're all in the same world. So like you could make like, here's this one that's like a hack and slash game, but then you bring them into like an RPG or take your RPG into like a fighter. Or I don't know. You know what I mean?
That'd be a great Conan the Barbarian game.
Like, you do that, and then you
Yeah.
can like move it back and forth and around to different elements and stuff, and that way it makes sense of like, well, why is this character here? Oh, well, he used to be a gladiator in this fighting game, and you just export him out and put him into an RPG now, and now he's out in the real world because he's escaped the pits of the arena. Like, that'd be kind of cool.
That could be cool.
I don't know. There's tons of game ideas I've always thought of too. Of like, I always thought of like a military game kind of thing, but it was like 3 genres in one. It was like a first-person shooter, but it was also like a flight simulator combat, but it was also an RTS, and depending on which category you wanted to pick, like you could be the commander, but you're playing like an RTS. So you're like directing units on where to go and stuff, and like managing resources. But then when you're playing as a first person, like you're directed on where you need to go for your mission, but you're on the ground. Like, it's like you get some leeway, but
So you get orders of where you should go.
yeah, but you get him from the person playing as the
Yeah.
RTS commander, you know? But you're playing as the fighter on the ground.
Battlefield 2 had a thing like that where there was like a commander.
Mag
role.
was like that a little bit,
Yeah.
but they didn't quite go as far. They had like a platoon leader, and then they had squad leaders, and they would direct you a little bit. But I wanted to also like just expand it more so. I always thought it would be a cool idea.
I don't know if it ever happened, but like EVE Online had that idea, or I mean, attempted that for a little bit. I think
Really?
where like there was the strategy game of it, but they also had like the you pilot the ships and have an action thing, but it's tied into this game as well.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it ever came to fruition or not.
that could be cool. I don't know. I've thought about that before. I'm like, that would be a neat idea for a game, just to have like 3 genres or 4 genres in one, but like everyone is kind of like real people, but you can play the style
Whatever
you want.
role
You
you
know?
want.
Oh, I like
Mhm.
RTSs. I'll play this one, and then I can direct like. You know, say Rick's playing the RTS side of it and resource management, all that, but me and Calvin are like first-person shooter guys on the ground and stuff, doing other stuff, and then Eric could play some other category of it, like not even like having to do either of those
Yeah,
things.
you
but
have people
something
playing
else.
match 3, and that just like generates the Bitcoin that is the
He's
game
just
currency.
he's just mining for the resources.
No, there's all that kind of stuff in Eve too.
Yeah, Eve has that kind of stuff a
Like,
little
you
bit.
can be a miner, you can be a pirate, you can be a a security officer or something like that. But as far as like the high strategy stuff,
Yeah, I always thought it was neat. Mountain Blade Bannerlord is the game you're describing, Aaron. It's a mixture of RTS, Total War Battle, and first person.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but I think that's
just a difference in how you resolve the battles, though.
that's like a player playing each of those types of games, but not necessarily directing other players at the same time.
It's like you're just playing an RTS, and then you're just playing first person.
I think so.
There
Yeah.
was something where is that the one where like I can choose to be the person? Like it's a one-player game where I'm RTS, but I can also choose to be a guy on the field in the combat. So I think I've seen something like that before, where like I control where they go, but if I want to, I can control one guy on the field and switch between people on the field fighting to try to like help push the battle in favor.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that was. It might have been that.
Sounds like it.
I'm
maybe.
pretty sure it is Mountain Blade. I don't know about Bannerlord, because that's like the latest iteration, right? I don't know. I own a few Mountain Blade games, but I haven't played them enough to really get into like
Sure.
what all options you have and stuff.
Yeah, I get you. But yeah, I don't know. Like, no, XCOM wouldn't work as well. Like that one's too specific of what you're doing. I want it to be kind of a general thing. Like when you tell your units in like StarCraft to go and fight the enemy.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
have them battling, you know? So you have like
Also,
a
XCOM
battlefield.
is turn-based, which
Yeah.
would kind of ruin that.
Yeah, so you have like a battlefield kind of thing, and like they can be pushing through, and maybe you have squads kind of telling them what to do as you go through, but like your RTS leader is like push here and attack this point here, and then that's your objective, and you get points and XP based on following those objectives, or maybe the map changes for you, and like these are out of bounds because of what he's dictated as where you need to go.
Like, what is a reasonable amount of deviation from your order?
Yeah, right?
Before you
Exactly.
go out of
Like you
bounds.
get some leeway of what to do, but this is your objective, and you don't have other stuff. So I don't know. Anyway, that was just a random. That's
yeah.
not even necessarily to like connecting from
Sure.
uploading into another game kind of thing, but
I think Squad. It's a first-person shooter. I think Squad has
something kind of like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Natural Selection 2, like Chat said, has it, but I think it's smaller scope than what you're picturing.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's more like a team versus team, like a small, but you're thinking of like a planet side.
Kind of. Like I kind of picture like Age of Empires or StarCraft 2. Like in like Age of Empires, like I'm controlling like like in Chivalry, I can control my knight battling on the battlefield. And like in that game in Chivalry, you're told like go and attack these gates, you know? It's like that's the guy telling you where to go and what to do, and now you're attacking their army and their army's coming after you, you know? But like I don't know how the resource aspect of it works. Maybe they have to do resources to help you with respawn, and you run out of respawns if he can't manage the resources, you know? Like you have elements like that that could maybe work with it or something.
That would be cool.
So that was always like an idea that I always was like tossing around back when we used to talk more game design stuff, and I was like, this would be cool. But I always had that one, and I had a Fallout/Oblivion kind of game that I always thought about that was based on like the Book of Revelations. Like
Yeah.
you're fighting for like either angels or demons kind of thing, and it's like the end of the world apocalypse stuff. And like that was like my playing field of like what that world would be like. But
Cool.
No. Anyway. Anything else? Calvin, did you say anything?
Of my week?
I don't know anything.
Not really.
No,
Not a whole lot going on.
nothing going on.
It's just snow and melting, and then ice and snow and melting.
It's been snowing back and forth.
And a lot. It's like we had nothing all year, and then it all just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have a whole lot last year. So this has been nice.
Yeah.
Sorry. Dip says, that all sounds good, but can you jump out of a jet and 360 no-scope someone and get back into the jet midair in your game, Aaron? I don't know. I didn't make that yet. Maybe.
The Artlander, what was your favorite food this week? An interesting question. This week.
Jansen made some
Soup.
soup that I liked.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was like
I like that.
like a chicken pasta rice soup.
Yeah. She was like, Aaron, thank you. I'm sorry you had to sleep here last night. Thank you for playing the Pokemon game. Here, have some soup.
Yeah. No, she said like, hey, I'm gonna make soup for lunch for us today. I'm like, okay, cool. And then she said that, I'm gonna offer it to Aaron because he stayed late and he helped. And then when we were eating our soup and Calvin came down, he's like, what you guys got? And I was like, soup. And he kind of looked like, I want soup.
I was like, huh, that's cool.
Soup.
Made like a Cuban beef bowl. It had like turmeric in the rice.
Turmeric. Turmeric's good for inflammation.
Southwest spice.
Yeah.
It was good.
It's really good.
Had a kick-ass mac and queso bowl from Cadoba. And I also had a really nice toasted sub from McKenna's yesterday.
It's really
Considering getting one today because it was so good.
Good.
What one was it?
I made it up.
Oh, fuck.
I kept the order slip, though, so I can get the exact same thing again.
The way you said it, like, I made it up. Never had one.
No, I had like...
I had nothing to say. So
had buffalo chicken, turkey, and corned beef with lettuce, black olives, onions, pickles, mayo, and it was toasted, so it was nice and warm and
toasted.
delicious.
Mine, I really did like the soup, but probably my favorite meal this week was probably the Taco Bell because I hadn't eaten. Like that morning,
Sure.
I had something, and then for lunch I had a yogurt. I was like, I'll get my Indian that I usually get, and it had been snowing. And I was kind of like, maybe I won't go and get it. I'll just make something upstairs because I had a couple things, and then I didn't get to do that, and I was running late. So by the time I got streaming, I hadn't eaten. So by the time I finished streaming and I couldn't go home, I'm like, fuck, I'm so hungry. So I found like DoorDash. I'm like, please just give me this.
yeah, the roads were terrible.
Like, I don't want to go anywhere. There's nowhere to walk to. Like, please give me food. And it got here, and I had ordered far too much. Melanie said that she saw it on our account, and she's like, geez, you spent this much for Taco Bell? I was like, yeah, but I paid the DoorDash fee, and I gave the guy
$10 at Taco Bell is like 4 people.
I gave the guy like a good tip because like I wasn't driving in the snow,
yeah,
so
right. Yeah, he
here's
deserves that
this.
tip.
Yeah.
So like
The guy
I was
was
like,
risking his life for
yeah,
that tip.
yeah, so I'm like, I'll give a good tip. Thank you so much. But like, I don't know. I got like 7 things and I ate like 4 of them, and I was like, oh, this is too much. Probably a mistake. But at least I'm not hungry, and I went to bed.
It's great.
Excuse me.
I had to comfort myself with Taco Bell after a recent movie experience.
Rick, you keep saying that. I think you just wanted an
So
excuse
I
for Taco Bell.
understand.
I think that's what it was.
Taco Bell's not that bad.
Pretty good.
I like their grilled burrito. Grilled cheese burrito. It's really
Grilled cheese
good.
burrito is really good.
Grilled cheese burritos is really
I love
good.
their rolled chicken taco things. You know, there's like kind of like the
taquitos.
sticks. Yeah. But they only come out like once a year or
I
once
know.
every 2 years. Like, what the fuck, man? They come
Like-
with that spicy ranch sauce.
I need like
if
50.
They had that all year.
Spicy ranch sauce is really good.
I'd be visiting twice a week.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know what?
Twice a week. Maybe 3. Maybe 4.
You know what? Maybe 7. What I really like from Taco Bell is actually the breakfast. It's actually pretty good.
yeah.
I think it has a really good flavor. It has a good like crunchiness and everything to it, as opposed to like sometimes I'll get like, I don't know, like breakfast from another fast food place or whatever, and it's just like
Burger King.
It's
and
like-
just soggy.
it's like soggier. Yeah. Like I mean, Wendy's,
like-
Burger King, even like Tim Hortons and stuff. Like it's not quite crunchy and like I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah. Like you can wrap it around your finger and it's so sticky that it'll stay there. Rather than like, sometimes crispy bacon, you bend it and it snaps and then breaks into 2 pieces, something like that, or at least like flexes there.
Sure.
Right.
But their bacon goes like this.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's raw.
So I think that's really good. All right. After the favorite food of our week, now what? We have more questions too from our other categories.
Do we have any podcast suggestions?
It was
Okay.
news on.
I actually have that
Star
up.
Wars
If
game news.
I can.
All right,
do
Eric,
that
what
one.
is it?
So, Electronic Arts and Lucasfilm Games announced new titles for Star Wars games. I mean, we knew this was happening, but the next title in the Star Wars Jedi franchise, which Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, will be Star Wars Jedi something. Just we know that that's happening, so a reconfirmation on that. But also a first-person shooter game is going to be coming out for Star Wars, a new one, and a
new
strategy game.
You say first person or third person?
First-person
A
shooter
new first
game
person shooter.
is going to be coming out.
Huh.
So a la Republic Commando maybe or something. And then a strategy game a la Empire at War,
Sure.
which was a fantastic RTS game that I definitely have at least checked out the lore, if
Yeah.
not played the game.
I didn't play it enough.
Yeah.
By the time I found it, I was on to other things and playing StarCraft 2, and it just felt better, I
Mhm.
guess, than Empire at War did. But a new one, I could probably jump into something like that. I think that would be fun.
So these all three, I think, it's obviously EA, but it's from Respawn Entertainment,
Respawn.
who did
Cool.
a great job on Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes.
I was very happy that they actually committed to just a single-player, story-based game. It's been 10 years since EA has had that exclusive thing, and finally they did it.
Yeah.
So hopefully that series continues, because that's going to be I'm really wanting to follow those characters, and it was cool to get a kind of a shout out to that in this week's Book of Boba Fett. But yeah, I'm really interested to see where they go with the first-person shooter and the RTS. I mean, first-person shooter, everybody's always asked for more Republic Commando, but you could even go Imperial Commando if you wanted to. That could be fun. I would like that.
Sure.
Steely Tony
welcome.
suggested bringing back Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter was a fantastic game. Third-person game. I very much enjoyed it. David Collins, who currently works on the Disney Plus shows and at Lucasfilm for the real big stuff. He got his start. His first job at Lucasfilm was Star Wars Bounty Hunter. So he will often pay homage to that time in his life by throwing in sound effects in the current Star Wars canon. That if like eagle-eyed fans can hear those things, where it's like, is that from Bounty Hunter? So I always like following him on Twitter. He's a good guy.
The shooter stuff too could even be, we've had games in the past like Republic Commando, but we also had stuff like, the Kyle Katarn.
Dark Forces was a first-person shooter at first. Yeah.
Having stuff like that where it's not even, and even having like the third person of like Dash Rendar, for Shadows of the Empire.
Yep.
So maybe we have something where it's like a less known character. I know there was talks before where they were looking at kind of like the Uncharted exploration-y things and stuff too. Like you could do first person.
There was actually just released this week was some new footage of that 1313 game that was going to be revealed to be a Boba Fett.
Which was, more bounty hunter-y kind of thing. So maybe you could do something like that in first person. But I don't know. Maybe that's better in a third person game, like Uncharted and, I don't know. Games in that nature typically are played more in the third person rather than first person.
Well,
but
definitely, yeah.
You could also do something a little bit more open and have it in first person. Like, Deathloop is an interesting one where it's in first person. And it's kind of a weird, like, story stuff. But you also have, like, Oblivion or Fallout.
Or do Oddworld Stranger's Wrath and have it be both. Switch between the two on the fly.
Is that the puzzle game with that alien dude?
I mean, Oddworld is, yes. But Stranger's Wrath is a first-person shooter / third-person action game.
Yeah. See, that's how I played Jedi Outcasts, the sequel to the Dark Forces, because you would be first person with your guns and your ranged weapons, but you put your lightsaber, then it would switch to third person.
Like Metal Gear Solid 2. Shoot in first person, right? Or in third person.
Or in first person.
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, speaking of Disney, new show on Disney Plus based on Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Oh, I hope those fans finally get something that they feel lives up to their fandom. Because from what I understand, that is not the case.
Yeah, it says here, Hollywood Reporter, that the author is more closely involved with this series,
Okay.
writing the pilot along with John Steinberg,
Gotcha.
who was a writer on Black Sails.
That's cool.
Oh, that's it's a good pedigree in our opinion.
Yes.
Yeah. Black Sails is really good. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. I don't know much about Percy Jackson. I watched I think they had 2 movies. And I remember the first one. I don't remember a lot about it. It was okay. But I also didn't know the books,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't have like that extra connection either.
Sure.
So I was just kind of like, it's okay. But I'm sure people who are book readers, I've heard some people being like, it wasn't good. So yeah, I agree. Hopefully, I'm imagining this is gonna be a restart, telling a story of Percy Jackson. So hopefully it covers and I don't know, goes along the storylines better for people that enjoy the books and stuff too. But I don't know if they'll go exactly one for one. You know, like Game of Thrones didn't exactly go one for one.
In the
books.
beginning, but yeah, I get you.
They kind of,
Mm-hmm.
spaced out a bit. Even MCU doesn't go one for one with like the comics and the lore that they follow up. But also, there's lots of comics and stuff too that don't necessarily go with the same story they went with the previous time. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully, it's just good and true to the characters. I think that's the main thing, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this makes sense of what Percy Jackson would do.
You can tell a completely different story about the same character, and that character is what everybody wants to watch, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. You want it to feel like what you
All
get
I
from reading
know
that stuff.
is that it will either be very, very, very good or absolute dog shit. There is no in between.
Because it's on the
Well,
internet.
Because the internet?
it's today.
Certainly
It's
not
these
because of the
days.
internet. Yeah.
There is the last thing I have in the live podcast suggestion box is a trailer, which is really just for me,
Oh,
but I want to watch it.
okay.
Is it Tommy Wiseau, Rick?
It's not.
It's not.
I will explain after we watch it.
Okay.
Is it all queued up and ready?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Vinegar.
Okay.
I'm,
Vinegar?
in theory, ready.
No, vinegar.
Okay.
Misa ready.
Abductions of young women are still being reported. Another woman with mysterious radiation burns has been discovered.
1980.
We're gonna have a baby.
Oh my God.
No.
I can't believe that John's wife was murdered.
You have to try and pull yourself
She's just
together.
holding the
This
knife.
city owes me. Well, what's that? Justice.
Oh. The original unedited
Why won't anyone
negative.
do anything?
We are strong on crime, and together we have the power.
This is a big city. We're doing what we can.
Dude, what happened? Is he okay?
Is he okay?
Tell the others, I'm coming for them.
Don the Dragon Wilson.
I need you to help me.
I would, but I want them dead.
Crime has remained at an all-time low thanks to ninja fever. We're
I
going
love
live
ninja.
with this.
These men murdered her because of what she saw. It's linked to these abductions.
There's something weighing us down. It's that damn ninja.
You wouldn't even feel that.
Real hero.
Wow, reverse.
Ah, reversed. Amazing.
New York Ninja.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So this is a new movie, but
Yeah.
it was shot in
That's a new movie?
1980.
Well, so Jake was telling me about this. It's a little similar to Miami Connection, which is one of my favorite movies ever, where it was filmed back in the 80s, lost to time, never released, and then rediscovered. Now with Miami Connection, like that's just the movie that was made back then. But
Yeah.
this one, there was no audio.
Is that the one that had you in it or whatever?
There was no audio.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like everything has been redubbed, most extreme elimination challenge
Okay.
style.
Oh my god.
All
It
right.
seems.
I don't think it's that
Interesting.
bad.
It doesn't seem. I need to do more research, but it doesn't seem like they're going off from the original script. It seems like they're trying to make it into like
story?
maybe a comedy
Oh, you
more
think?
so than maybe it was originally intended to be.
I agree with Rookie. Or it was hidden away for the safety of the public.
I love it when they find these old bad movies that were lost to time. Like Miami Connection was literally discovered in the garbage.
Okay.
Like that's where they found the film reel. And someone found it, restored it, got the rights, and made it, and it was amazing.
That one scenario right there is what I talk about when like we have someone get shot with an arrow, and then they're just like, huh, what happened? Like that guy had a ninja star thrown at him, it's sticking out of his chest, and they're like, hey, are you okay? What happened? What's going on? And then everyone else you gets hit with ninja stars or whatever. I'm like, what the hell?
Are you talking about Berserk?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Berserk. It happened.
Is your audio on?
There you go.
Okay.
I did not, but I could barely hear the audio of that, so I was probably moving things, trying to figure out which one was tied.
Gotcha.
And nothing went up, so I don't know. So I probably changed it. Is that better?
Well, Aaron, that was very insightful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like what you said there.
Just ridiculous.
Yep.
That looks fun.
Oh, I've been stabbed.
No, I think so. Like it might fall into that thing of like trying to be bad, but it's got the element of the original movie still. So
Sure. Stuff was done in earnest.
Yeah.
Despite the post-production process.
Sure.
So similar to, what was that Kung Fu movie that they put the guy in as the protagonist and re-edited it?
Was it Kung Fury? Was that something else?
Kung Fury is
that was
the
the
YouTube thing.
80s
Was it
like
Kung Pao?
Making movie.
Kung Pao. I loved that.
I don't know. Is that the one with? Which one has a cow?
That's the one with the
Is
cow.
it Kung Pao?
Yep.
I remember something with a cow and it was ridiculous.
Kung Pao, Enter the Fists. That's what it was. Quite liked that movie.
Never seen it?
I've not seen it. I've just seen stuff.
Yeah, they took an old Kung Fu movie and then just edited around it and inserted a new guy to be the protagonist.
Huh.
And there's actually like it's pretty famous in visual effects studio circles because there's some pretty actually really cool for the time compositing to be able to put this guy and have him interacting with people.
Gotcha. So he was not there interacting with any of this stuff. They just
comped him in?
Faked it.
There's a bunch of different ways they do it, but yeah, that's
I didn't realize they did that with it. I just remember watching like this. Whatever it was I saw, I'm like, this is utterly ridiculous.
It's pretty great.
You know, this New York Ninja movie is probably more similar to Who Killed Captain Alex. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one.
I watched that yesterday, Rick. No, I don't know what that is.
But it's not as old. In 2010, there was a Ugandan action film.
Yeah.
That was made for like a budget of like under $200. And due to power outages and strained conditions, the surviving versions didn't have any audio. So it was redubbed with a English video Joker commentary to like add running gags about the characters.
Okay.
So like that's the only version you can find now. So it's probably more similar to that. And that is a ride, that movie. Who Killed Captain Alex?
Killed Captain.
We should watch the trailer for that, maybe.
Can we find it?
I don't know. Who Killed Captain Alex? I don't know if there even is a trailer. It's something. Yes, it is. How long is it? Let's do it.
Okie dokie.
Roman.
4-3.
Yeah.
Film Productions presents the best of the best movies.
Uganda. Balaman Film Productions bakuletedde mulembe kwa nyini. Who Killed Captain Alex? Action na misiba gye nyini.
Kicks are good.
Is that how it really looks?
Oh, yes.
Wow! The air was on fire! Oh, I want to see this fight. It's great. No, Oh, my eyes. Oh, fuck. Oh.
We already saw that shot.
Oh, man, he's still going. Really slowed down to get this dialogue.
That's all dubbed in there.
Look at his gun. Rick, I don't know what this is.
I need to see these helicopter scenes.
Yeah, it's a treasure.
I quite need
It's
to.
a treasure?
That
Why?
helicopter hit that building. The building fell, and then the building was still on fire in the air.
Now, well, the voice like
The fire was floating on the roof where the building had fallen.
is this what you watch for bad movie night?
Oh, that's too good.
Yeah, it's probably too good.
For bad movie
That's
night?
too good for the likes of.
No, no.
I don't
Them.
understand. There's too many good movies to watch, and even too many mediocre movies to watch. I don't get it. That one guy was like, da 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 da, action, da 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 da. I'm like, what is? It was every time they came out.
Yeah.
Like the trailers being like, action, action, there's action, look at the action.
I hope they made some money and recovered their budget.
I think it's their version of like the what is it? The 60 Voices Rising, the and then the bass drop thing.
Now you can feel the heart and the passion. That's what's important.
I could feel those slaps and the punches that one guy in the leather jacket was doing to those other guys.
Rick, I feel like we made better stuff when we were kids.
And there was a lot of heart and passion.
What's next?
You want to watch more bad movies?
No,
No,
I got a lot.
no,
probably not.
All right.
no more.
Although I do want them to see that
Oh.
one-liner.
Twisted Pair.
Oh,
That's the trailer we should
gosh.
watch.
No, no
It's
more.
like 7 minutes long though. But
No
boy,
more.
is it worth it.
It's not. I don't want to do it.
The trailer
Look
for
what
that
you started,
movie
Eric.
is just like the
I blame you.
cliff notes.
You
of
brought
the
up Kung
movie.
Pao.
But that's
I didn't
Real
even get to
good.
see the Kung Pao trailer.
yeah.
That's a better trailer. It's too good for
Is
Rick,
there a good
apparently.
Oh,
Kung
you
Pao
say.
trailer? I don't know if there is or not. I can't remember.
Anyway, let me find something else to talk about real quick. Hang on.
Is there any
Do you want me to
good
talk about
news?
getting lost coming home from your house while you get up questions
Sure,
or whatever we want to do next?
sure. Tell
Can't remember
that.
if I've told this one
Um,
before or not.
Guys, if you want to submit questions and you haven't yet, you can do questions with your channel points. Do it down in the bottom corner of chat. We will answer questions, thoughts, whatever you got. If we skip it, sorry, you'll get it refunded. If it's a question of will you react to X, maybe or maybe not. Or if it's a trailer, maybe it's too close to the release of it. I don't know. It just depends. But submit your questions and we'll see.
So this was Aaron's current house, but it was some years ago. Can't remember exactly when. And for whatever reason, I was either alone or Maggie and I would have driven separately.
Yeah.
So, like, she was not there to guide me. It was not the first time I had been to your house.
It was not.
And I had no trouble finding it, getting there. And I had no trouble getting home previously. But this time, it was late. And as I always do, just as a precaution, whenever I'm outside of the city limits of Marietta,
Mm-hmm.
I put it in my GPS
Yeah.
so
As-
that
yeah.
I can be sure that I get there.
As I feel you should every day.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. But this time, I get in my car, and I go to do that, and my phone dies. And I have no cord in my car with which to charge it.
Gotcha.
And I know Aaron doesn't have an iPhone, so
I do.
he would have no cord in which to charge it either.
Did not.
And I
So-
felt confident.
So we had an iPad or an iPod. I might have had the long one, but not a skinny one.
The 30 pin,
okay.
not the lightning
So-
connector.
Maybe, but maybe not.
So it was late, and I was confident in my ability to make my way home, which is not a hard drive. There's not a lot of turns.
Well, I'm like 10 minutes
There's
from.
one main turn I can think of.
I'm like 10 minutes from
Yeah.
work, and Rick, you're probably what? 2 minutes from work?
Yeah.
Like to drive from here?
Yeah.
So like we're like 8 minutes apart.
Sure. So, I turn out your driveway, and I don't know, 20 minutes later, I realize something is wrong.
What made you realize something was wrong?
Well,
Did you like?
well, I knew I should be home by now.
I don't
wasn't.
understand the confidence in your choice.
So I had gone a good long ways. Fortunately, I did come to a gas station. Originally, I had planned to ask directions, but they had phone chargers at the gas station.
Was it a Duke gas station?
Oh, I can't remember.
You can't remember.
It's
I
been a
don't
long
ask it.
time.
Yeah, because you would have ended up in Lowell, and it could have went real bad.
Well, so I was supposed to turn right, leaving his house, and I turned left.
You turn left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever way that takes me, that's where I ended up.
Yes, you went to Lowell.
Yeah, and I made
It
my
could
way.
have been Beverly.
Yeah,
He could have driven through
20
Lowell,
minutes, yeah.
thinking that was like Davola.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, if it takes him 20 minutes into a 5-minute drive to notice that he's not at home.
So I got the cord, and like Apple iPhones, they won't turn on until they're like at 5%. I'm just sitting in my car, just waiting forever for this to go. I should have just asked for directions, but I really wanted the GPS at this point.
You wanted to save
because I
yourself
didn't
the
know how
embarrassment.
far I was.
Sure. You tell me how to get to Marietta. Like, just go down that road.
They just look at me and start speaking Spanish. I don't know.
You don't even know where you are.
But ever since then, I now have a dedicated power cord in my car
Sure.
to avoid moments like
You
this.
also wouldn't know, like, well, if you got the directions, you got to remember those and then follow those. But if you have your phone, it will guide you.
It will. And it will
Also-
yell at me if I'm going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Also, you could ask someone that will answer with the same confidence that you answer people randomly when they ask directions.
Like, where's the library? Oh, it's over there. Is it, Rick? Are you sure? Yeah. If he'd have just gone right, it's pretty much just almost a straight shot to his house. But he went
There's literally
the
two
only way
turns.
he couldn't have gotten home was by going left.
Right, if he turned the wrong way on your road, let's say, he would have ended up at a dead end, would have turned around and went the right way. There's only one point of failure there. Because if he chose the right... And it's... My thing is, you drove there.
Yeah.
So you know you went up and down a big hill. But whenever you left, you just turned left, no hill. Went by the river, you know? Like, whenever I go somewhere, sometimes I need directions to get there, but I almost never need directions back.
Sure.
I remember, like, no, I passed that, turn here, turn here. But, like, there's something I'm not amazed that you get lost. I understand that. I'm amazed that you commit to that thing. I must go this way.
Well,
and no matter what you pass, everything that you passed on that night was new. There was you didn't
But that's the
recognize
thing,
anything.
Eric. Except for probably very few landmarks, everything is new.
Everything is new.
Always.
That's why walking from his house to here, he was looking for Tampicos.
Yeah, I have to have Tampicos.
Despite walking by here, he was looking for Tampicos.
Yes.
Because I was looking on my right.
He travels from landmark to landmark. That's his routing.
I don't know.
I must go from this to this. Anything in between, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But I have to go from A to B.
Especially in Marietta. It's almost worse in Marietta because I've been everywhere in Marietta.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like if I'm driving to a new place and I only have seen these things,
then
I'm like, well, I'm not seeing the only things that I have seen.
Sure.
But in Marietta, I've seen everything.
Yeah.
It's just a question of time.
And space, because if you've seen everything, but you don't know in what sequence it appears.
Yeah.
Like you walked under a bridge. You thought you were on 2nd Street when you couldn't. But you're saying like blinders went over your eyes and all you saw was
snow.
Snow and the road, the sidewalk, until glowing would become Tampicos, which literally does glow.
Sure. Waiting for buildings to show up on his right because there are none for a bit.
So do you remember that live action Cowboy Bebop episode where like everything got all fuzzy?
Yes.
Like that's how it is, except for the landmarks.
Okay.
And those are beacons.
Yes.
Like the beacons of Gondor.
But you would have walked by the armory on that side. You know the armory is across from the studio. You were looking for Tampico, I get you. But the armory is just...
It's
no,
fuzz.
no, it doesn't work. The river,
It's fuzz,
no,
Eric.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of you. I'm trying to understand that which has no sense.
Which you can't understand. It doesn't make sense. It happens.
You should just ride along with me.
I should.
I don't know how to
I
fix
want to
it.
observe.
That's why, like, whenever
Rick,
we would.
Why are you choosing to turn this way?
That's why, like, when we went to L.A., like after high school, his mom was like, "Do not lose him."
Yeah.
'Cause-
Yeah.
And I'm like, I will keep track of him. All right. There we go. There's another Rick Law story. It is time for some questions. So make sure you guys submit more if you have any. Dip says, Eric, have you finished Supergirl yet?
I have not.
And if so, did you enjoy the finale?
I have not.
He's not.
Nope. I watch TV here. I go home. Try not to watch TV.
Aaron, have
He
you seen
didn't
the
enjoy it.
Supergirl movie?
No,
From like back in the 80s?
No.
Like after Christopher Reeves, but
Yeah.
before, yeah.
I have not.
You should watch it.
Why'd you make that sound? Is this like a Rick, do you like that movie?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Take that for what it
Okay.
is.
I don't know. I don't even know who. I don't remember anything about it. Like, Rick, if you compared it to one of the old Superman movies, which one would you compare it to?
I've never seen the old Superman movies.
Any of them?
No.
Like, there's 4 of them.
I've seen Man of Steel.
That's the only Superman movie you've seen.
You haven't seen Superman 2?
Or 1?
Or 3?
Or 4?
2's the best.
Oh, no, I have seen 4.
I figured you'd seen
Yeah,
4.
you're right.
Of course you've seen 4.
Radioactive Man, right?
I can't believe you haven't seen the good ones.
I haven't seen fucking...
But you've seen 4.
No, I've definitely seen 4.
All right.
Yeah. Ends the Cold War.
Suppose. Son. All right. Beck says, are any of you doing a rewatch of Attack on Titan before the final season? I have not been planning to because I don't typically have too much time of a lot of
Same.
stuff, and I don't know.
I might watch the same, like, catch up with Attack on Titan in 20 minutes or less kind of thing. And it just tells me, like, everything that happened. So
Like a reminder of, like,
so I can remember it all.
a quick
Like,
reminder.
This person is here, this person is there, this person's dead.
I kind of have, in a sense, in that I've been watching a reaction series to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could also be helpful to
Mhm.
remember what our previous, like, theories and
Sure.
hypotheses were.
It's always interesting to, 1, see things that now make sense, but 2, try to put yourself in a situation where I'm like, I don't know this answer anymore. So that's a cool vehicle for it. I guess what I'm saying is you guys should check out reactions.
Huh.
I love Garbo Man said, man, if Rick's like this now, imagine what he's like when he gets old. To which I believe it's Maggie said, literally no difference. That's the secret.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, can it get worse? How does it get worse?
We'll have to spread out stories, but I have some from when I was younger
Yeah.
that are as bad or worse.
Yeah.
When I did not have access to a car.
Alrighty. Jay Macmall says, I'm a big fan of the Lantern Corps in DC. I know you guys probably aren't all well versed in it, but if you were a lantern, which one would you be? And if you need to, he has a list here of green being will, blue of hope, yellow fear, red rage, violet love, indigo compassion. I am blue myself. You missed, what was it? Orange was greed?
Orange, yeah. What is mine 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 is mine.
Yeah. I believe that's what I was given
Yeah.
in mailbag at one point. I don't know. I guess I'll stick with that one.
I'm a fan of Green Lantern.
Yeah. I mean,
and
that would be my-
green, but I've always loved when Batman was a Yellow Lantern and literally could use fear against people.
Sure. That one's really cool.
I don't know. A yellow or green? Say. I don't
Sure.
know which one. Mix them both. Make
Can you imagine Simone?
whatever that is.
Yellow green.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Simone and Kamina as Green Lanterns? Like
Oh,
they would be
man.
unstoppable.
They
Yeah,
would
sure.
be the strongest things in their universe of
Yeah.
strong things.
Yes.
My favorite would probably be green just because of it being green. But
Yeah.
Sure. Probably, like, I don't know, What was blue again?
Hope.
Hope. Probably blue or purple.
Okay. Chaos Theory says, do you think a lot of the criticisms of Book of Boba Fett is due to 30+ years of fan-created hype?
In a way, I suppose. Yeah.
I think it's some of that. It's also hard, I think, too, to measure some of that stuff from back in the day. Because, like, when movies came out a long time ago, it was just if people liked them or not, and you talked to your friends, and that's all you had.
Yeah.
Here, like, you see, like, a big outcry. So is it people jumping on a bandwagon? Is it people really feeling this way? Is it just we're seeing that many people who really don't like this? Like, I don't know how to measure all that, comparing it to the past of what people saw and read and talked about and whatever else.
Sure.
You know? I mean, when books came out before, people, I think, were just so grateful for new Star Wars that they were just like, oh, did you guys see this? This is what happened. And then you talked about it. And there would be, like, forums in the early days of, like, oh, here's, talking about stuff online and whatnot. But
well, and when you're a kid,
it's everywhere now.
You love everything.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But I don't know if it's the years of fan-created hype, because even still, like, there's stuff with Book of Boba that kind of works with some of that created hype from Legends and whatnot. There's other stuff that's new, it's different, but there's still some of that Legend stuff in there. So I don't know. Some of it might just be like what people have in their head that they want it to be, and when it changes and is a little different, they don't like that.
It's also a tough bar to come after The Mandalorian as well. Like that, I feel like that set very high expectations.
It does. I mean, it's a very different show. Mandalorian was a show of, like, every new episode was almost a new planet, a new quest, a new group of people to see, whereas Boba Fett is sequential. It's one person at one spot, trying to achieve something.
Very serial.
And it's all, but it's also, this whole, like, this isn't Boba Fett. I mean, being a Star Wars guy and putting myself on the internet, I don't know why it opens up. I get every Wednesday, I get 50 messages on Twitter on why every single thing I said about Boba Fett was incorrect, But I think a lot of people miss that. If you think that's who Boba Fett was, you can still have that. I believe the point of him coming out of the Sarlacc the way he did and the way he is kind of a rebirth of the character. He doesn't want to be the person he was. He doesn't want to just hunt. He doesn't want to be a tool used for lesser people. He wants to belong to a clan. That's so totally different. So saying this isn't Boba Fett, I feel, is kind of the point. Also, you don't know who Boba Fett is because he had 2 minutes of screen time.
Sure. Yeah. In the movies, there's nothing there. Boba Fett is that, and there's Legends that added to it, but that stuff is Legends now. And then here, like, he has to grow with what he's seeing and what's going on, and that's literally what he's doing, So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't think
I said a thing this week that I when I said like 90% of the criticisms that I've seen, I feel are super shallow. I stand by that only because of just the amount of shit that I've been sent personally. I don't really go out to look for the criticisms. It's the stuff that people like. No, let me really tell you something here, and I'm like, none of that. This here, it doesn't follow. I can sweep that aside with one sentence. That's why I call it shallow. Some of it is fully and completely. It's up to your point of view, right? It's what you think. You're not wrong in thinking this or this. It's whenever you come and say, I'm wrong on this and this, where it's objective. That's the whole point of objectivity in art. But people don't like to do that. Like they gatekeep. I have the secret history of Boba Fett because I've been a Expand Universe fan all my life, and now official Disney canon is trying to tell me I'm wrong. And that's offensive to them. Which to me, it's like, dude, Star Wars is a living mythology. You are unimaginative if you think that you can't adapt to new things, in my opinion.
If they want to dictate how the story goes, they should just buy Star Wars from Disney.
Yeah.
Sure. I think the other thing that Mandalorian had a benefit of, and maybe people enjoyed it more, was that it was new. There wasn't that character in Legends. There wasn't history and story of that character. It was new stories being created and built up And then when you get to a character who did have books and comics and legends and stuff about them, now, well, they're not following what was there.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no, they're not. They haven't been following what had been there.
Mhm.
They might be pulling some from it, but they're not doing one for one of what
Sure.
the old stories were, you know? And there were some ridiculous stories out there that's like, you want all that to be canon? Like, I don't know. You can go get Vader's glove. You know, I don't know. Like,
We're not getting Vader's glove.
like, just take what we're getting with it and have fun with it. And if you don't like it,
Yeah.
that's fine. You don't have to like everything. But I don't know. It's just the attacking of like, I don't know, at least I've heard that people haven't liked Boba, but I haven't heard at least this time of people attacking actors and people as much.
Sure.
But I also don't look online to know as much. So hopefully that's not happening.
Yeah.
That's the part where I'm like, you can not like something. That's fine.
Mhm.
You don't have to attack the people who are portraying whatever, you know?
Sure.
For them, it's a job. Like, that's what they do. Let's see. James TKD said, if you could go anywhere on Earth to spend a week, where would you go? Price is not a factor, and your safety is guaranteed.
Oh.
So there's some, like,
Okay.
extra little things there. Like, could you just go to the center of the Earth to see what's there? And then come back?
Go to like the Vatican archives and see what the fuck they got down there. The center of the Earth would be cool, like deep underwater, like the Marietta Trench or something.
Yeah,
Sure.
I thought about that.
Like, somewhere never gone by humans would be a fun place to go. If, like, safety is guaranteed and price isn't an option. Now, if you're looking at, like, where would you go for fun? That might be different.
Yeah.
Like being able to freely explore and learn, like all about, like the Area 51 bullshit, and like all that stuff. Like it's probably not all there, but like wherever black site like research and stuff is done.
Yeah.
Like that would be cool.
Yeah, I go to the center of the Earth, and I just end up on the other side of the Earth because it's flat. Oh! I've been wrong! They were right!
Literally. I don't know. Japan?
Japan.
But you could do that, like, well, I guess the safety is guaranteed thing.
Well, yeah,
is
like
a bit more prevalent in everyday life now. So, yeah.
that, and I could go and eat any food. Not have to worry about
Ooh.
it being too spicy.
You could
Because
Or-
safety is guaranteed.
Yeah. Or,
you could drink river water.
or like that that blowfish or whatever that's like super poisonous that only
Yeah.
certain people can
Yeah.
cut up.
Blowfish.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna
Pufferfish, whatever.
eat that because your safety is guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly.
If your safety wasn't guaranteed, you're like, I don't trust you.
Probably not.
I would have to, like, personally know the chef.
Personally know the chef?
Like
Like,
he
what if-
would have to know my family
To-
and have to see them like every day for the rest of his life.
A guy in Japan has to?
Whoever's preparing it.
I'm just
Not
saying, a guy in Japan.
Not just the guy in Japan.
He
but, like,
is a chef.
The chef who is preparing that dish.
I'd rather have the guy in Japan who's been doing this for all of his life than having to know some random guy in Ohio who makes this
I don't
fish.
want. I don't
you
want
know?
some random guy in Ohio to do it. To be clear, I want him to have very personal stakes in not fucking this up.
I suppose. Some personal stakes.
Like he's gonna be shamed by meeting like my fiance and my mom and my dad.
I feel like I would eat some if it was like, if I went to Japan and it's a guy who prepares that, like they're doing that stuff every day, I might try it. No, I think I'd be okay.
Sure. You don't want the guy who's like back in the kitchen sweating profusely, hands shaking, like, oh gosh.
Hope it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
It's like when you go ride the roller coaster. You think like, okay, this can't kill too many people because of the insurance.
Yep.
Must not, yeah.
But it's killed more than one.
Yeah, but so is riding in a plane,
Sure.
you know, driving a car. Like, those things are dangerous too, but people do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people die from this fish. Might be probably more people die from like a plane or a swimming pool or.
You know, I was
I'm
really
sure
thinking
more
about that
people-
whenever we visited Hogwarts at Universal Studios, and we got finally into the Hogwarts castle.
All the
we
clicks?
we were doing that, and the guy said 3 clicks when you put the roller coaster thing down. You need 3 clicks. If there are no 3 clicks, you cannot ride this. And everybody around me is click, 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 click. I went click, click. I was like, oh no, that's good enough. And then it went. And that thing is like, with you. And the whole time I'm like, I could die. I'm on the fringe. You know? I don't know. Was it a click?
Was it a click? Was there a click? All right. Muhammad C has two things here. One is, Rick, have you completed Hades and how was it?
I have not.
He is not?
No, I'm very ashamed about it too. Like it's one of those games where like I kind of want to play it while because it's on the Switch. Like most things I do on the Switch, I play while I'm doing something else. But that game is so frantic and requires my complete attention for like 45 minutes. I just don't have those opportunities like I would want to.
No, I get you. Sometimes I'm grateful for having streams just because I'm like, okay, I'm focused on this. This is what I'm doing. And it's not like I'm going to be distracted with something else or, you know, kids or whatever. Like at home, like sometimes I get to play games, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
But this, like, you know, Monday streams, I'm like, I'm guaranteed this time that I'm playing.
In most games, it's not too bad. But Hades, I have to do the run in one sitting.
Sure. Muhammad also had the question of, Calvin, how is it to rewatch The Last Airbender with Carmen? Also, did Rick ever watch it?
I've seen The Last Airbender many times.
Yeah.
But never Korra.
It was great watching it again with Carmen, getting to share it with her.
And, are you done with it?
Yeah, we finished filming all of it. She's seen all of Last Airbender. She's probably going to take a little break before she gets into Korra, but she is planning on doing Korra. As emotional as ever for both of us. Carmen has a bit of a reputation for being very emotional on all of her reactions. She cries a lot. But Last Airbender, there was a few episodes where I definitely cried more than her.
Mm-hmm. Appa's Lost Days.
Mm-hmm. Tales of Bossing Say.
Those are season 2, right? I think both of those ones. Let's see here. Captain Cold says, what is a type that hasn't been put in Pokemon that you could see them making or you want? Like how Fairy wasn't a type, but when it was added, they made Pokemon that weren't that type before that type. For example, like Clefairy and Snubbull and stuff were like normal types, but then they made them fairies later on.
I kind of always felt like it was weird that there was a dark type, not a light type.
No light types?
Yeah.
Sure. They did have like a dark light thing, at least, well, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, the idea of dark Pokemon from, like, Gale of Darkness and I think Coliseum, I don't know which one, there was another one, was like, I think the implication was like the other ones are just normal light Pokemon, like they are free and whatnot, and these ones are dark and corrupted, and stuff
Shadow
like that.
Pokemon.
You know? Yeah, I guess Shadow. But some of those kind of have like that dark, like Team Rocket when they're taken, like there was dark Gyarados in the cards and dark this and that and stuff.
So like dark.
You mean like the actual dark type itself, I guess?
Like they're talking about like, well, fairy wasn't a thing, and now we can retextualize Jigglypuff or whatever with a fairy type.
I don't know that a light typing. I mean, I get you. I just don't know what that would be.
What is dark then?
What is dark?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think there should be a.
I don't know what it is either. They made it to counter and make things balance and stuff too, but it is a weird typing. It's just.
I think there should be
dark.
A plasma type.
I like the idea of the corrupted Pokemon better than they had in those ones. What they call it, Shadow. But like then you get the cards and you have like, it's not just called like there's a Rocket Zapdos, but there was Dark Gyarados, Dark Raticate, you know.
Sure.
But then they'd have Rocket, Meowth or something like that, and it's just like, well, a little mixture there. I don't know, like a type.
Instead of flying, I want wind.
Wind.
Wind. Pokemon.
And I want mech type.
They have Steel.
Steel, but mech, I get you. I mean, Rotom is kind of mech type, right?
Like,
is that right? Rotom's as his name.
Yeah, I mean he's a electrical possessing Pokemon. I don't know. I don't know what to call him. Like he takes over like machinery and stuff.
He can be a fucking bike. I get you.
He's in your Pokedex. He can be in your bike. He can be a washing machine, a lawnmower. Like
what about like I don't know, like a space typing?
Space type?
Like void, vacuum, something.
Sure, like Clefairy could now be a space type because they're from the moon.
Sure.
Maybe.
Could be cool.
You already got Deoxys, that can fit in there.
Like radioactive Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like you use them, but you die.
You can only use them like for a set amount of time, and you have to be a certain distance away when you throw the Pokeball.
They did make some kind of like fan-made game that covered like radioactive Pokemon and stuff, which could be interesting, I suppose. I never played that one, but I don't know. I don't have a specific type that I'm like, we need this one.
I just always, ever since Dark type was there, I was always like, why not a Light type then? And if you say like, well, what would it be? It's like, I don't know. What is Dark?
So you looked up that argument and then used it on Aaron?
No. I just always thought about that.
Fighting always seemed out of place to me.
Fighting?
Yeah, it's like, what's a fighting?
There should be a pacifist type.
I mean, they're all Pokemon that fight.
Yeah, they all fight.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, they're Pokemon that like they are fighting Pokemon. They're not just like you have them fight, but these are like training as fighting Pokemon.
I mean, your elemental fighters can be, they have the special moves, whereas a fighter can have the really good physical moves.
Yeah,
as
like,
opposed to special.
You know, like the Hitmonchan, the Hitmonlee, the Machamps, like those ones there are like, they are fighters. That's what they are. Bulbasaur's out in the jungle, you know, just like, Baba, you know, grass and stuff. Yes, you know, sun, whatever. Like, he's not out there training necessarily to be a fighter, but he will fight against fighting types who punch you.
Though
Bulbasaur will throw a leaf at you.
I would grant that fighting's probably the one where it's like, if you had to lose one, I wouldn't be upset. Like, we lose fire Pokemon, I'm like, oh man, that's so many cool ones. But I like a lot of the fighting ones, but I that typing itself, I think you could easily just make them normal type Pokemon.
You will have destroyed the card game.
I don't care.
Because the card game, fighting encompasses rock and ground as well.
Sure.
Which, now what do you do?
I don't know, man.
Just saying.
Make a new one.
Make a new game.
CJ Boss says, have you guys ever played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance? It's one of my favorite games ever. The music alone is worth playing. I have started it, but I've never finished it.
Same. The music is incredible and has gotten me through many a workout when I thought I was done. Like my last flip the switch in case of emergency. But no, I started playing it and I think it like crashed and lost my save somehow. So I never finished it. But it's been on my mind a lot because I've been listening to the music. So I was actually between that and Final Fantasy, between what I wanted to stream. But I might just play it on my own.
Sure.
Because I played like half of it.
Yeah, I've played through a good bit. I remember wearing like a sombrero and stuff. And remember that?
It's amazing.
Walther had a point too, saying that fighting type is the light type because it is also super effective versus dark. So there you go. That's light type.
So we could just replace fighting with light. I like it.
It doesn't work the
I
same.
like the idea. Thank you. Thank you.
Thwartleby says, what do you guys think of a bad movie poll that could run every 2 months or something? Aaron's irritation and confusion soothes my soul.
We've done a bad movie poll before. 2 months feels like too much.
Not enough.
Yeah, I agree, Eric. 2 months does seem like too long. We should do it at least every month.
Too much?
That's like one.
That would be 12
That's
a
once
year.
every 4 polls. Is a bad movie, right?
4 to 5.
4 to 5. Yeah, I guess.
If we do a bad movie poll once a month, that is half of our polls.
Yeah. No.
Weekly movies.
All right, let's just make all picks bad movies.
No.
I'll settle for that.
No. And supposedly we did that last time, and you had to go get Taco Bell, Rick.
Oh my God.
I mean, that right there should be a bad movie right there.
I would rather do a whole just pick an unfortunate month, and it's like bad movie month. Like I have to suffer. I have to suffer through October. Aaron should have to suffer through bad movie month.
Let's make it January, his birthday.
Yeah.
All right,
I gotta wait a year.
Starting now.
Next year.
Colton MG says, are there any directors that you'd like to see direct a Star Wars project? Who?
Chad Stahelski?
Who did Baby Driver?
The guy
Edgar Wright.
Yeah, right.
That might be interesting. Let him do a Star Wars movie.
Edgar Wright would be good too.
No, I mean, it doesn't have to be like it's not like a saga, just a Star Wars movie. Give him a Star Wars project. I'd be interested to see what happens.
Yeah.
And I think like the movies he's had have been kind of interesting. I forget what all he's done. I'm gonna look it up now.
I want
He did all the Shaun of the Dead stuff.
Hot Fuzz.
Sure, yeah. Scott Pilgrim. The World's End. Sorry, I have animosity towards that movie for my own reasons.
You do.
And I don't even know what it's about.
Yeah, you don't.
He did Ant-Man as well, apparently.
I'm not sure if he's still active, but I would love a horror movie Star Wars universe.
Mm-hmm.
I want John Carpenter to do it.
Be interesting.
A horror movie in Star Wars would be really cool. Like if they brought back like the Death Trooper idea or something like that. Like could you imagine kind of a zombie-ish story? Like you're stuck on top on
Sure.
like a Star Destroyer or something like that, and there's a zombie outbreak.
Sure.
That'd be kind of cool.
Or like some Geonosian spore. Something
Yeah,
like
that would be the
yeah.
idea. Is like you have something like that. It's not like an actual zombie outbreak. Like, there's a
Ooh.
reasoning for it, but
Ewok hunt. That would be terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Johnson would be cool. I mean, he did Captain America, and he's integral to Boba Fett as a character, the design. So, he could make a fun Star Wars movie, I think.
everyone good?
Yep.
All right.
Do we have any exercises? Should I check?
I haven't looked.
I'll check.
Let's see here.
I have squats.
All right, go ahead and do your squats.
Aaron asks questions.
There's also one for Dip, though, that says, "Hi, Rick. I was wondering if you ever watched a movie called Blood Glacier. I've only seen one scene from that movie, and it seems like one of the movies you would like."
You look it up. I think so, if it's the movie I'm thinking of.
Blood Glacier.
I saw a horror movie in the snow. Yeah, it's not in it's not in an American movie, right? Yes, I have seen it.
Oh, is that the... No, that's not the one I'm thinking of, is it? Where it's like a... Is that the Russian snow zombie one? Is that another one?
I think that's another one.
Okay.
Which I think I've also... I don't know. I don't really remember much about Blood Glacier. Didn't make much of an impression. There's another movie that I'm confusing it with. That I can't remember the name of either. Damn it. I'm doing squats.
Do squats.
Jump rope. Oh, I gotta go get it. Roll the dice.
Roll the dice for jump rope. Roll the Dead Snow. That's what it was called.
Dead Snow.
That was
yeah.
the
That
like
was the
Russian zombie.
Nazi zombies on the Eastern Front.
Nazi
right?
zombies. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I need the big one.
I don't know why, Rick. It always lands on 4.
Just
I
say
sat
4.
here going like this, trying to spin it around.
Hand it to me.
I'm still sore after yesterday.
What'd you get?
A 1.
Okay, you keep it.
I'll keep it.
You roll from now on.
The most numbers I've ever seen that weren't 4. Let's die.
James Tavire says, "Have any of you seen the anime Bleach?"
Nope. No. Rick?
No.
Shaking head no. He's
None of
warming
us.
up.
None of us have. One aesthetic dude says, "Will we ever see a Lego Star Wars stream?"
Maybe. It's
Yeah.
not outside the realm of possibility.
I would
No.
probably play whenever the Skywalker saga comes out.
It's
Which had not a trailer, but kind of like a gameplay overview.
it's supposed to be
came
really
out
soon, though,
recently.
right?
We'll see.
Supposed to be this year. I forget when.
Well, I think it's supposed to be like early 2022, though. I don't know.
Oh, is it not this year?
I know, but that's
No.
like sooner than. I mean,
No,
December 29th is this year.
Yeah.
But it's not soon.
April 5th.
Okay, cool.
Oh, good job, Eric. That was a quick Google.
They showed me the way.
They showed me.
It is the way.
Let's see. Gooden03 says, "What new evolution would you want to be added? Like new type for Eevee, like how Sylveon was a fairy evolution. The ones that don't exist. You guys want the list just to make sure?
I know my answer.
Okay, what's your answer?
Ghost type and You have to kill your Eevee to get it.
That's fucked, Eric.
How do you kill your Eevee?
I don't know.
Like, you have to get to a point. It has to be dead in your party.
Yeah.
But it can't level up when it's dead in your party.
Maybe you give it like a stone that kills it.
Like a
You give
poison
it a
pill.
cyanide pill?
Give it a poison pill.
Yeah.
So Eric, you shouldn't have Obi.
I don't want to make him a ghost. I'm just thinking, if what Pokemon are out there that aren't a ghost type and evolve into ghost type?
Why can't you just take it to like a graveyard and evolve it, or some like wherever ghost Pokemon
what do you
are?
do to it?
Huh?
Does it die?
We mean no.
They die of old age.
No, but like Glaceon evolves when you take it to the big icy rock and
Sure.
evolve it there. Leafeon evolves when you take it to like this mossy rock and evolve it there. Other ones are based on friendship and day or night or firestones, thunderstones, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Why you gotta kill it?
Because it's a ghost.
Calvin, what
You're
you
just
got?
mad that it makes sense.
No, I don't know how you would do it. It
Everybody
doesn't
in
make
the
sense.
Chat, it's like, Eric, I cowed you. You're just mad because
No.
you know it makes sense.
You can't kill your Pokemon. It won't level when it's dead.
It's a ghost.
It's not yet. It's just a normal type.
It will be.
Calvin, the ones that don't exist are Dragon, Flying, Poison, Steel, Fighting, Ghost, Rock, Ground, and Bug. Are any of those that interest you as an evolution? How about you, Rick?
Dragon.
Dragon? I think Dragon would be cool. I would like
Dragion.
I would like Ghost just because, but I also think I've seen some like fan arts of like a fighting Eevee, and it has like like wraps around it and stuff. I think that looks really cool too. Maybe it actually like stands up instead of like walking around.
It's bipedal.
Yeah, like maybe that'd be kind of cool too. But I think fighting would be too. But I also really like Ghost just because Ghost is one of my favorite typings. So I don't know what a Steel Eevee would look like, so that could be really cool too.
No, you're giving me squats because you realize how right I was. You're like, oh no, I want to hurt myself.
So do you have any type, Calvin, out of those? Do you want me to say them again?
Sure.
Dragon, Flying, Poison, Steel, Fighting, Ghost, Rock, Ground, and Bug.
I was trying to come up with some like witty combination of like Eevee and one of those, but I can't think of one. I don't know, what's it called when you're like doing a No, that doesn't work. That's not the word I was thinking of.
Eric,
How about Steel type and it's Evangelion?
Maybe it
Not
could work.
bad.
That's not too bad. Eric, what was yours name?
Oh, I can come up with a name.
I name it like Specteon or something like that.
Not
Kind of like
bad.
a Spectre playoff. That might be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know I'd name a fighting one. But
Eevee Geist. No, I don't know.
you guys. No, it has to end in Eon, right?
Yeah, I know.
So
Geistion.
Spooky-on.
oh man, I didn't open up all the other things, Rick.
Other things? Bits and donations?
Yeah. Let me try to go through those real quick here. But thank you guys for questions. If we didn't get to your question, you'll be refunded it, and it'll come back to you, and you can ask more questions in the future. And thank you for your questions that we did get to. Tomorrow we're playing
Mario Party.
Yes.
Dot, as I look up the title.
Mario Party Superstars.
Superstars.
Yes.
And next week we're playing
Pokemon. Randomizer. Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Pokemon
Four-player
Randomizer
race.
2, baby.
So make sure you guys come back for that as well. And consider subscribing over at Pokemality. Unrelated to anything else, except for Pokemon.
Feel your Pokemality. Feel you're pretty cool, huh?
All right, we got a few things here. Let me read through these.
Gotta
Captain
enter a
Cold
dream
cheered
state.
5-bit says, Happy Clashing Clothes Day, Chocolate Cake Day, Geographic Day, Punch the Clock Day, Thomas Crapper Day, which I know who that is.
Yeah.
Vietnam Peace Day, World Breast Pumping Day. I know what that is too. Day of Commemoration in memory of the victims of the Holocaust. Happy birthday to Vega from Street Fighter.
Hey.
53rd birthday to Patton Oswalt.
Oh, wait, which Vega?
I don't know.
Okay.
Happy birthday to the late Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Mozart.
Happy birthday to the late Edward Smith, the real captain of the Titanic, who went down with the ship. Hilding showed 100 bits.
Thank you.
Weekly Loving. Josh Howie subscribed for the first time. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you very much.
Laura gifted a sub to Janos the Ancient. Thank you so much. Another one to the Spinning Coin. Thank you so much, Lara.
Thank you.
Another one. I think these are all the same. It's the same name, but they're different. It's probably for the people they're gifting it to. So a third one. Thank you, Lara. Cow on a Turtle gifted a sub as well. Thank you so much, Cow.
Or Turtle.
J Macmalls resubscribed for 6 months. Said hiya, guys.
Hello.
Hiya.
Darkwing resubscribed for 21 months.
Darkwing.
Warhouse Bard resubscribed on a 24-month streak for always.
And forever.
2 years. Thank you.
Warhouse Bard also gifted 3 subs. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Tisbo resubscribed for 6 months.
Thank you.
Boxing Love gifted a sub as well.
I like boxing.
Boxing love.
And then Boxing Love subscribed for the first time.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you so much, Boxing Love. Dip cheered 100 bits, says, oh my god, I'm so happy. Pokemon Randomizer. I am happy as well. Thank you so much.
It's inevitable.
The Witchy Wanderer has resubscribed for 28 months.
Thank you.
Howard Up resubscribed for 6 months.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Stormy Boy resubscribed for 31 months on a 29-month streak.
31 months.
Hope you guys are having a great day.
Indeed.
Tetsuo has resubscribed for 32 months.
Let's check.
A Fiery Finger has resubscribed for 8 months.
Thank you.
Zell Poggers has subscribed for the first time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
HD Bolt has subscribed for the first time as well. Thank you so much.
You,
so many first timers.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you have Prime, you can use your Prime sub.
And remember, we're trying to get to 69,000 followers.
Oh, yes.
Drink.
I drank.
I've drank it all. Not all. It's a little bit. Laura gifted another sub. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Turtle Cows resubscribed for 22 months. Said, yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Turtle Cow.
It's either Kill AJM or Kill a JM. I don't know. Resubscribed for 2 months. Says, what's up?
What's up?
I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Scott from Scotland has resubscribed for 22 months.
Thank you.
Jester TARDIS subscribed for the first time.
Thank you.
Virus X14 subscribed for the first time.
X14 virus.
Dominic Cloet has resubscribed on a 12-month streak. Community, just wanted to remind Eric and Aaron that this show exists.
Yes.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Mr. Bug with a Shovel cheered 100 bits. Says, Aaron, I do not understand how you get through Batwoman episodes. I can barely handle the episodes without reacting for alcohol. I don't know. I think there's worse things to watch, and I already have a connection with some of them, but I don't know.
For instance, some of the things that Rick watches.
Yeah, I don't understand how you watch that. That
Often with alcohol, to be fair.
makes no sense.
Well,
Often.
At all.
That's fair also.
Lone Myth has resubscribed for 3 months. Finally found out how to activate my Prime sub in Twitch. Yep, slow, but getting there.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lone Myth, we appreciate your Prime sub. King Koopa cheered 100 bits. Says, hey guys, will you guys be at Star Wars Celebration, and what do you think we might see there? I don't believe we have any plans to be at Star Wars Celebration.
We want to be.
We would love to be there.
We're not rushing to go out into the world.
Not particularly.
I don't know what we will see there, though. I don't know.
You know how, like, I mean, I don't want to jinx us, so knock on wood. Like, everybody has COVID. Like, we've been very, very careful. None of us have had COVID.
Yeah.
King Koopa cheered 100 bits. Says, what's up? Again, having a little mini vacation, so I figured I would ask another question because I'm never here live.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
A while back, you guys had people in the cave, if I remember. They were doing some sort of documentary about you guys or something. Whatever happened to that? That's true. It did happen.
It was a school project or something.
They
right?
were school students. I remember there was some issues, and they hit summer break, and then things hadn't gotten finished, and I don't know if it all got finished as a whole. But I may reach out to them again and ask, but I don't know. I just remember, like, only one person was left on the project. He was like, it's a lot. I'm trying.
Sure.
Yeah. I understand.
So, X Yeti has subscribed for the first time with Prime. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Captain Cold cheered 5 bits. How about you have to get your Eevee to a certain level, and you have to have Eevee know a ghost type move, have it faint, then give it a Dusk Stone, something like that. Because I think Eevee can learn Shadow Ball or Shadow Claw. I think so too. And having Pokemon know certain moves and evolve has been a thing before, or I don't know. There's been different. Inkay on the DS. In order to evolve it to Malamar, you have to turn your DS like upside down.
Huh.
Cool.
Yeah, that's how you do it. It's like a little squid thing. Kintara is subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dip cheered 50 bits, says, What's on Eric's forehead? Ah.
Yes, I whenever he put it, I have a zit on my forehead, and I have one of these little stickers that dry out zits. I recently cut my hair back so that it's not resting on my forehead, because it used to rest down here like when I wake up and it's just oily, and my forehead kept breaking out. So
Yeah.
I have a bad one right now, so I have.
You just said,
You can probably see
you
it.
just asked if it was a bug bite, and it says, it's been bothering me all podcast.
Yeah.
I have to ask. Alejandro, 633K, has subscribed for the first time. And
you.
Lady Jane just subscribed for the first time as well. So thank you guys so much for that.
With Prime as well.
And with that, I believe that is everything. So
Indeed.
make sure you guys come back tomorrow for Mario Party Superstar. Should be fun. We'll see who wins that one. But make sure you really come back for next Friday because of the Pokemon Randomizer, and this Saturday because Rick's starting up Crisis Core, and then Monday because I'm starting up Arceus, and then Calvin's still doing Halo and Eric's still doing Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Unexciting.
How are those unexciting? I figured out a speedrunning technique that you know. I don't know exactly how useful it is, but those plasma coils, man, you can get some airtime off those.
Get some airtime. All right, guys, we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye.